all in black.
He's a professor at a prestigious university, but he's also a compulsive gambler. His name is Mark. He could have enjoyed a life of peace and prosperity, but instead, he went down the path of degradation. His mother took out $100,000 from the bank to help him pay off his gambling debts. The next thing Mark knew, he was in Las Vegas with his girlfriend, carrying a big bag of cash and betting like crazy. Undoubtedly, he ended up like all the other gamblers, not only failed to pay off the loan sharks, but also lost all the money given by his mother. In fact, his family is also a famous local family, but he's not a big shot. The whole family knows he's a piece of shit. He can't hold up the wall. That's why he didn't inherit a single cent after his grandfather's death. He went to the casino again, and his gambling style was very bold, betting all his chips. Mark's winning streak made him proud, but he ended up losing everything. Uncle Nicholas, a loan shark in the casino, notices him and offers to lend him money to get back on his feet. However, Mark refused Michael because he knew that if he couldn't pay back the money he owed to these people, he wouldn't be able to bear the consequences. Unhappy, he went back to the casino owner's room to borrow some gambling money, but the owner said he still owed $150,000. He had no choice. He still turned to Michael, borrowed money, part of it to pay back the debtor, part of it to continue to gamble, but his luck as always poor. He lost everything again. The big shots in the casino, who were silently watching him, quietly turned around and left. Even the waiters in the venue despise him in their hearts.
Everything on black.
19 red.
This handsome man, who is worth millions of dollars, is actually a university professor. He not only used his family and friends to gamble, but also cajoled his girlfriend and students. His grandfather knew his habits so well that he didn't share any of the family fortune with him. Mark, who had been a big spender since childhood, suddenly ran out of money and had to borrow from loan sharks in order to continue enjoying a quality life. As the debt slowly snowballed, he wanted to stop, but there was nothing he could do. Mark's luck was surprisingly good this time, and he was able to win several rounds. But how can a gambler stop when he's done? So he turned around and pushed all his chips into the roulette wheel. This time, Lady Luck didn't favor her. Until the early morning, Mark dragged his tired body and a load of debts back home. By now, he was already in debt to the casino and to Michael, and in order to survive, in order to save his life, he had to break down the walls and borrow money from the Russian mob. But the gangsters took the opportunity to humiliate him. As a gambler, Mark didn't give up his dignity. As the days went by, threatening phone calls were made to his mother, who couldn't bear to see her son pushed to the brink of extinction, so she offered him $100,000 to pay off his gambling debts. But he took the money and went into the casino again. When he had nothing left, Michael approached Mark again and said that if Mark did one thing for him. It turned out that one of Mark's students was playing in the league, and Michael needed Mark to order him to fake a game to make a fortune. Then Mark went to his black student, and the student said,
"Depends on what you have in mind."
is in debt to a huge loan shark, and in order to pay off his debt, he ordered his student to fake a game. He put his entire fortune on the student, and this time Mark won the bet. He divided his winnings to $150,000 to his students, and then with the remaining money, he went to Las Vegas again. He asked all his debtors to the casino.
Play?
It's the only way I can pay you both. You can't take the money off me in here, and neither can he.
Only to see, Mark puts all the money on the roulette table and decides to make a last-ditch effort. The action stunned everyone in the casino, and Mark was nervous, and I'm sure his creditors were even more nervous than he was. If he wins, he pays off all his debts and is out of the game. If he loses, he won't have the confidence to live. At this moment, he was holding the revolver in his pocket tightly, and as the wheel stopped, the scene was silent. He finally won for once. Then he said with a sense of relief. At this moment, he was no longer a gambler. He would usher in a new life. Early in the morning on the road, Mark began to run slowly. The sun is rising, a sign that a better life is about to begin. The movie is The Gambler. There is no doubt that the film is very, very successful. To exaggerate, it is a 120-minute film that takes 119 minutes to build up to a climax, and 1 minute to give all the previous episodes a completely different meaning. At that moment, as a viewer myself, my heart also went to the climax together with the film, and exploded together with the light that appeared in the darkest depths. What he needs is not to pay off his gambling debts, not to live a rich life. What he needs is proof that he's alive. This is Seahorse Movie. Go, 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 go.